coming up live. You see it?
Uh-huh. I see the bar right there.
Mm-hmm. So once my channel come up, I usually go down, I give myself a thumb up, okay? Over here, you're going to see all of the people coming in a second, and then I'm going to do this. That's it. So we are live. Get your face off the camera, Dan. Okay, that's good. Hey, Sarah. Okay, you see them coming in? Look.
She said your face can't be on there.
No, nope. Take your face off. You say, who is who, Sarah? Hey, y'all. What up, everybody? So the people you see in the blue, those are my moderators. They have a reach. They block anybody that comes in the chat that shouldn't be in the chat and acting crazy. So you play the music. It gives them time to get the notifications to come in the chat. Okay. Hey y'all. Hey, what up everybody? What up everybody? What up everybody? Yes, I am on the phone. You cannot see their faces, Sarah, but on the phone, one of my sisters and my brothers, they like, well, what the hell is it that you actually do? Let me come on the screen. You cannot see their faces. I told them to do not show themselves on the screen. So they was like, what do you do on this live, right? And I'm like, I talk to people. I talk shit. I laugh with them. I love on them. I do all of that, right? So they're on the phone. They're watching you guys. And I had to make them subscribe to the channel, even though I'll be wanting them to hit the notification button. They've been going to tell my mama on me. Be like, what you doing on that channel? So, chat room, y'all say hello to my sister and my brother. So, y'all know there is family, around me. People think that, Pap, lonely, don't do this, don't do that. But, as you can see, they are on the phone. Say hi, y'all. Say hi, sister. Hi, brother. Say hello.
Hello.
Say hello, chat.
Hello, chat. What's happening?
What's happening, girl? You say, why don't they just come into the chat? Not yet, perspective. Not just yet. They wanted to see how it works, how it goes. So I actually been back here, just showing them basically my setup and stuff, and how I do things, and a few intros and things like that. So not just yet. They want to see if this a world that they want to step into, but I highly recommend that they don't, because this stuff is contagiously good and is contagiously bad. So I just I was on the phone and we were videoing today and laughing, so I just I was waiting on my sweet potato pie. It's all done. So I was like, well, I got to do my live. I got the ladies waiting on me. And I have two male moderators, sis. And Shan is in the chat room. So he keeps the chat room entertained quite a bit. But the people that you guys see in the blue, those are called the moderators. The people that you see are in the green, those are starter membership people. I'm going to have the chat room show you the emojis that I make, that I have, that they have fun with to post in the chat. So I have a laughing emoji, I have a kick-ass emoji, I have a one-pap emoji. So mods, let me see, is Harlem here yet? Because I think she has them all. Priscilla, you have them all. Go ahead and display all of the emojis for my sister to see, you guys, if you guys got them. And I even have them, sis. I'm calling you sis to keep your name off of the live, okay? So, let me see. So, I can do this. See them posting it up, sis? You see them? Huh? Sis. I don't know if she can hear me, y'all. She might be gone. They might have hung up. Can you see the emojis that they're putting in the chat? Sister. I don't know where she is. Are you there? Are you there? She might be. I said, can you see the emojis that they're putting up in the chat?
Oh, yeah.
So what those are my emojis. They belong to me, and that represents these people participating and supporting my channel. So I make them, and they go in the about page, and then they purchase them. I don't change my price, so it's they pay $1.99 a month, and they support my channel, and they rock with my channel. So that's why you see those up. The people in the green, those are those are new membershipers, and what they decide to do is like, well, you know what, I'm going to rock with your channel. So they'll go behind the scenes, and they will also purchase the emojis, and then the emojis are given out by graduations with months. So the longer you be here, you'll graduate to another level of emoji, and then they help support and help me grow my channel. Pretty cool, right? So yeah. And that's it. So I'm about to get started. So I love you, and I got to go. You're welcome to come. You're welcome to click on and sit in the bushes, but don't come in the chat yet, because you got to change your name and stuff. And I got to show you how to do that.
Oh, okay.
All right. Bye. Love you.
Bye.
Tell Jay I love you. Bye, brother.
Love you.
Bye. Okay, nosy damn family. They nosy. They nosy, y'all. They look what you do on your channel, what you do. So now, they don't know that, I'm high. However, that is the sister that was in Arizona that I went on vacation to.
Sorry, you guys. So yes, listen,
to visit with. Hold on, let me get that off. Let me get that off of there. Okay, so I thought that we'll have some fun. You guys can see the title, do something different tonight, join in, see what you guys' opinions are. Yes, they love me, girl, yes. See what your opinions are about, first of all, let me put the disclaimer out here. Welcome to the One Papoose channel. Just so you know, you must be 18 years or older to sit in this chat today. Tonight, 18. So thumbs up if you are older than 18 years old. You're an adult. You're going to be able to handle the conversation and all of that good stuff. It might get a little bit dirty up in here, okay? So right now we only have 16 people in here, so that's good. I'll be able to see all of you guys. The screen won't roll fast, and we can have some fun with this. We're going to have some fun with this. First, what we're going to do is I have a short video for you guys to watch. And then after we watch that, I'm going to take my notes because I've watched it, but I'm going to take my notes. And Demetra, hey, Demetra say, I'm 18. We'll take if you ain't writing it down, just kind of, remember it so that we can see if masturbation is a sin. Is it? I don't know. I'm torn in between it. Okay. Harlem is here. Hey, boo. So let's get into the video and see what it has to say. Come on, get over. Okay, so I do not own the rights to this video. The video is being used for entertainment purpose only. I'm going to give some shout out to Trailblazer. Trailblazer is a YouTube channel that talks a lot about spirituality, morality, and sexuality of the body and some other things, right? I come across of it, and I just came across of it, and I was like, oh, wow, okay. Well, let me see, because I wasn't for sure or not. I'm not going to imply that you people out there freaking masturbate. I don't know, and that's your business. However, we're going to have some fun with the video and gain a little bit of knowledge of whether masturbation, is a sin. You say you ain't 17 and no half. Stick around, girl. Stick around. I know this may not be of a caliber of what a lot of people around this sector is into, but tonight I decided to, not right now, maybe at the end of the show, I might throw a little bit of some shits and giggles in there about the people under the umbrella of Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly. However, I really didn't watch much after I left you guys. House is clean, everything's done, laundry's done. I ate and then threw me a sweet potato pie on, is done. And now I'm back here with you guys just to do some chill. I don't even have no Snoop Dogg tonight, so y'all know that's bad, but we'll get through it. Let me share the screen. Now, let's see what this guy has to say about it. I think it's only about 19 minutes long, you guys. So I need the disclaimer up. We're only using this for entertainment purpose only, just to see if there is some facts to what this guy think of masturbating and calling it a sin. So let's see. Let me get it up. What you say? The safest sex? You say it's safe. Is it a sin? That's the question. Is it a sin? I'm waiting on the screen to come up, and then I'll start the video, you guys. I don't know. Hey, Jacqueline, thanks for joining. Okay, so it is up, and I will get it going. Let's hear what he has to say. Again, shout out to Trailblazer. Shout out to Trailblazer, with using your video for entertainment purpose only. Galatian, hey, boo.
Very important question people ask after understanding the anatomy of a man is the question, is masturbation a sin? Since man is structured in a way that his semen gathers periodically in his sperm bag, either he likes it or not, and these sperms need to be released or used up in one way or the other. Since man needs to release or use up the sperm, why then is masturbation considered a sin? But it's important to note that another way of releasing sperm for a guy is through wet dreams. Yet the Bible does not condemn it. The issue with masturbation is that when a man masturbates, he needs to put up an image of a feminine gender in his mind, or the image of his partner, to be able to accomplish such an act. Now, the act of imagining itself is the beginning of the wrong. It is equal to adultery according to what Jesus said with the Gospel of Matthew chapter 5, verses 27 to 28. You've heard it once said to those of old that you shall not commit adultery. But I say to you that whoever looks at a woman to lust for her has already committed adultery with her in his heart. So the process of lusting after a woman, even without physically making out with her, is a sin. Masturbation, however, has to be accompanied by this mental picture in mind. Besides this, there are a number of other reasons why masturbation is wrong,
Yes, you
and it can destroy one's life. So here are some of the consequences of masturbation. But before we go in, kindly like, share,
make sure you guys go and like and share the Trailblazer.
Number 1, it creates a feeling of guilt. Majority of believers know that it is wrong to masturbate. They know that God's biblical principles does not approve masturbation. Still, many of you do it, which creates a sense of guilt because you know you shouldn't be doing it. And if care is not taken, this sense of guilt becomes overwhelming and it swallows up all of God's word to you. And you slowly begin to fall into condemnation. Now what condemnation does is that it draws you farther away from God. You begin to draw back and you accept the world's definition of acceptance of masturbation. And before you know it, you've gone far away from God. Number 2, it leads to low self-esteem. Watch it. Men who practice masturbation regularly have this feeling of inferiority. They feel inferior to every other person in the room. They feel as though they're the abnormal ones in the room. And many times, believers who masturbate cannot boldly state so in public. And whatever you're doing that cannot be boldly stated publicly would sooner or later lead to a decreased sense of esteem for the fear of people finding out or the fear of lack of self-control. Number 3, it can ruin your marriage, present or future. Frequent masturbation can create a feeling of sexual insatisfaction from one's partner, and it can make you long to masturbate after copulating with your spouse. Imagine a scenario where a husband and a wife copulate, and afterwards the woman stands up, goes to the toilet and begins to touch herself. Then her husband finds out. It can create a sense of incompetence in the husband because every man wants to satisfy his woman. In the same way a woman finding her husband masturbating just after they copulate, she can be distraught. Women are more expressive beings, and she soon begins to feel like, what really is the point of surrendering her body to you since you can easily satisfy yourself sexually? In another light, people who masturbate may not enjoy copulation with their spouse, and they may see no need for sexual intercourse, thereby depriving their spouse the right to their body, causing them to be sexually starved. Make no mistake, masturbation can also lead to swinging in marriage. Now this is where a spouse is no longer aroused to be with his or her spouse and resorts to having intercourse with another married spouse. Yes, it does happen. Number 4, it can become an addiction. Now I for one know someone who feels sick if he doesn't masturbate. He has fever and diarrhea until he masturbates and he can't stop himself. He would leave class to go to his room and masturbate. At some point, it got so bad that he could masturbate anywhere and it began to affect his daily life. He couldn't concentrate in class. He couldn't really go out with his friends without excusing himself to masturbate, and his life was almost destroyed because he couldn't stay sane without masturbating. Well, thank God for quick help and therapy sessions. Number 5, masturbation creates the need for an increase in pornographic content. So due to the fact that people need to have an image in their minds while engaging in masturbation, porn helps a lot with that. It grants a good deal of access to nude women, sexual scenes that create an atmosphere for arousal, the moaning sounds that aid the process of masturbating. Now, the effect of pornography is also alarming because the more pornographic content a person takes in, the harder it is to stop masturbating, and the more a person masturbates, the harder it is to stop watching pornographic content. So when watching porn, there's a release of dopamine in the brain. This is the same substance released when using addictive substances. When dopamine is constantly released, the brain attempts to reduce its release, and this leads to reduction in excitement when using porn. And this makes the user need something more extreme to experience the same level of excitement he felt when he started. Now this leads to a constant desire for porn. Now starting the use of pornography is not an easy choice, but stopping is a more difficult choice. So don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to this YouTube channel. Number 6. Medically, masturbation can lead to prostate cancer. Although still largely under investigation, a 2008 study revealed that frequent sexual activity during a man's 20s and 30s increased his risk of prostate cancer, especially if he masturbated regularly. Masturbation can start as a seemingly harmless activity, but sooner or later, it becomes an uncontrollable one. The Bible says something profound in the book of Proverbs chapter 16 verses 32, that it is better to have self-control than to conquer a city. Now this emphasizes the importance of being able to control one's body. Now self-control is a fruit of the Spirit. The believer must clearly be able to control his body. Now don't forget that the devil is constantly looking for an opening to penetrate the believer's life. And this opening can be masturbation. It is possible for you to be a tongue-talking believer and yet be struggling with masturbation. The gifts of God, my dear friend, are without repentance. So this means that it is very possible for you to still operate in the gifts of the Holy Ghost and be struggling with masturbation. It doesn't make it right. Rather, the enemy is giving you a reason to defend it and to continue doing it. Now that thought that you won't survive without masturbation is a lie from the pit of hell. You were surviving before you began to masturbate, and it will only ruin you. The effect is very subtle, and you might not even notice it, yet it creeps in on you like a thief in the night. Once the devil is able to find an opening through masturbation to attack you, he allows you to feel comfortable doing it. And you think it's normal, after all, you're a man. Then it slowly becomes an addiction, and when this happens, you begin to breed an atmosphere for demons. The once spiritually fervent and kingdom-oriented believer begins to get carried away with carnal stuff. It doesn't happen at once, because the devil is way smarter than that. But once the atmosphere for demonic presence is there, anything can happen. It becomes a safe haven for sin to dominate, and it can even lead to sexual intercourse with multiple sexual partners. Then you begin to wonder, how did the man of God or woman of God get here? Beware, dear believer, masturbation destroys lives. Now it doesn't matter why you started. It doesn't matter whether it's due to peer pressure or to deal with some challenges facing you. Maybe a desire to know how it feels like. Maybe even exposure to sexual relations by outsiders like rape, sexual assault from uncles, aunties. It's not worth the consequence at all. So make up your mind to constantly renew your mind with God's word. Meditate on your victory. Speak to a counselor. Don't hide it. And intentionally pray to God and stay away from anything. And stay away from anything porn. For example, porn that might create graphic sexual scenes in your mind. Dissociate from your friends who believe it's normal. Because you don't need them. You definitely do not need these people. Masturbation kills, but God saves. Thank you for listening, and God bless you.
Okay, here's part 2.
Masturbation is a very common activity. Most people see it as a safe sexual activity. Medicine and science have approved of masturbation, downplaying its effects and recommending it to everyday people. Yet as believers, we must know that masturbation is a sin, and similar to all other sins, masturbation has very dangerous effects. Many Christians may not agree to the fact that masturbation is a sin, since it's not explicitly written in the Bible. But in today's video, we'll talk about the dangerous effects of masturbation. As you listen, you will understand how masturbation is a sin and it really has bad effects. Now please like this video and share it to anyone that you know that might need this, because you really don't know who is suffering from masturbation. And finally, please subscribe to this YouTube channel to get more videos like this. Masturbation is widely accepted by the world today. It's been said to be a preferred method of staying safe from sexually transmitted diseases and also unwanted pregnancy. A lot of Christians have gobbled this up in addition to the story that this sin was never even mentioned in the Bible. They forget that abstinence and sexual purity does the exact same thing, keeping you safe both physically and spiritually. A wise pastor was once told that masturbation wasn't a sin by a group of youths in his church, and that he asked them if he could ask a simple question. They said yes. Then he asked, Jesus was single while on earth. He was also a young man. "So do you ever think Jesus practiced masturbation?" And they said no. "Why?" he asked them. "Because Jesus was morally pure," they replied. And the pastor smiled. "And if you then say Jesus was too pure to practice masturbation, why will you say masturbation isn't a bad thing?" And then the youths held their peace. From the Old Testament to the New Testament, we see the Bible talk consistently about sexual immorality. The Bible isn't shy on the matter at all. Masturbation involves pleasing oneself sexually. So let's remember that God himself created sex, and he created a means for humans to please themselves sexually, and that is under the covenant of marriage. Now let's see what the Bible says in 1 Corinthians chapter 7 verses 1 to 9. "Now for the matters you wrote about, it is good for a man not to have sexual relations with a woman. But since sexual immorality is occurring, each man should have sexual relations with his own wife, and each woman with her own husband. The husband should fulfill his marital duty to his wife, and likewise the wife to her husband. The wife does not have authority over her own body, but yields it to her husband. In the same way, the husband does not have authority over his body, but yields it to the wife. Do not deprive each other, except perhaps by mutual consent, and for a time, so that ye may devote yourselves to prayer, and then come together again, so that Satan will not tempt you because of your lack of self-control. I say this as a concession, not as a command. I wish that all of you were as I am. But each of you has your own gift from God, and one has this gift, and another has that. Now to the unmarried and the widows I say, it is good for them to stay unmarried, as I do. But if they cannot control themselves, they should marry. For it is better to marry than to burn with passion. The advice was for people not to get married, but eventually, because of sexual immorality and lack of self-control, people were advised to get married. Now, if masturbation was so good, it would have been recommended instead. But we see the Bible saying that men should have sex with women and vice versa in marriage. Masturbation is not seen as an option here. In fact, Paul even advises the husbands and the wives to have sex frequently so as not to give room to the devil. He said the husband and the wife do not have authority over their body. Now what does this even mean? Could this be that the man and the woman do not sustain the ability to please themselves? Paul again states in verses 8 and 9, he would prefer that the unmarried and the widows stay that way, but they should get married in the case that they cannot control themselves. So the Bible says that the only way that is acceptable to lose control in terms of sexual pleasure is by having a spouse who you do this activity with. This is the way that God designed sex, and this is how sexual pleasure is to be derived between two people, a man and a woman in marriage. If it's done any other way, it's a sin.
What?
Now, if you're enjoying this video, please like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel so you can get more life-changing videos like this. Remember, the purpose of your creation is to glorify Jesus in partnership with the Holy Spirit, and Jesus in turn glorifies God. Now, how does masturbation glorify God? It doesn't. Masturbation is done as a result of lack of self-control and to please oneself sexually. And one of the fruits of the Spirit is self-control. The Bible says that we should always be full of the Spirit, meaning that we also have His fruits in us. Practicing masturbation is deliberately disobeying the Spirit. Masturbation has many effects. The world seems to mention only one negative effect of masturbation, and that's addiction. They downplay the effect of this addiction compared to that of others. Some time ago, a well-known journalist was suspended for masturbating during a Zoom call. If this act is so pleasing, it shouldn't have been that way. So some of the dangers of masturbation are: 1. You can lose your job. Like this true story above, masturbation isn't something you want to be caught doing anywhere. 2. You can lose your spouse. Masturbation is a sexual activity, so you feel satisfied, thereby decreasing the need to have sexual relations with your spouse, and slowly, the marriage begins to die. And Satan can come in through this to destroy your home, as Paul had said in 1 Corinthians chapter 7, verses 5. Number 3, you can lose your relationship with God. As we've already ascertained, masturbation is a sin, and if you continue walking in sin instead of repenting, the Holy Spirit will not be able to stay in your life. Number 4, Isolation. Like we said earlier, masturbation isn't a public thing. No one does masturbation for others to see, and people who are into this tend to withdraw from everyone else. They found a pleasure in something that cuts them off the reality of life. Number 5, lack of friends. You can't have friends, or at least true friends, when you're masturbating. First of all, it's not something you want to discuss with others, and this particular sin doesn't help you create time. Number 6, guilt and shame. A lot of people who masturbate feel guilty and they feel ashamed, and this guilt and shame can also lead you to isolation. Number 7, it's hard to stop. Yes, masturbation is addictive. A lot of people get addicted to masturbation, and even when they want to stop, they find it very difficult. Number 8, you give the devil access into your life. The devil has access to the lives of people who commit sin, and the devil will use every opportunity he gets. If you're in the act of masturbation, this is a call from God for you to stop. As you can see, masturbation has many dangerous effects that reduces the quality of life. It reduces the quality of life that God wants for you. Masturbation is very difficult to stop, especially when you're addicted to it. And for those of you battling with masturbation, you need to do the following. 1, accept that it's a sin. 2, accept that there is nothing that God cannot do. No matter how difficult it is, God sustains the power to help you. Now God says in Jeremiah 32 verses 27, "Behold, I am the Lord, the God of all flesh. Is there anything too hard for me?" God is able. Identify your triggers and work against it. If you get triggered by being alone, avoid it. If your trigger is sexual movies or music, avoid it. Number 4, don't be so hard on yourself. It's the same thing as withdrawing from alcohol. Take one step at a time and celebrate every victory that you get. Don't let others talk down your progress also. It's not as easy as people think it to be. Number 6, don't give up. Even if you slip up, don't give up. Start again. And if you don't give up on eating, then you shouldn't give up on stopping masturbation. No matter what, keep trying to quit. It doesn't matter how far you've gone, you're never too far to stop. And number 6, pray, pray, pray. Never get tired of praying to God. Only Him sustains the ability to help you. I pray that God helps you to make up your mind to stop masturbating. It is one of the things that the enemy has used to deceive many Christians. Now, if you enjoyed this video, please like it, share it, and subscribe to our YouTube channel for more videos like this. Thank you for listening, and God bless you.
Ain't that something, y'all? I just so happened, to come across this, right? And I was like, wow. Hold up. I'm like, are you I'm like, holy cow, you guys. I was shocked. I was really shocked, and that's because of the lack of knowledge of the spirit, right? Lack of knowledge, okay? I'm guilty of that. He spoke about how, I guess they talked about, I don't know if it talks about it. Galatians is here, right? Proverbs 16. I forgot the chapter. What does it actually say that in the Proverbs, that you should not masturbate, that it's a sin? Does it actually talk about that? I saw your comments. You say you already got your ticket. You got your ticket? Okay, so coming to the chat. I'm coming to the chat because we have to, come on, y'all. We have to talk about this. First, I want to give some shout out to Trailblazer for the satanic video on masturbation, whether if it's a sin or not. And I decided that should be up for debation. I think that we're going to have to debate on this, y'all. We got to have a debate. Okay? So, if you found this video useful and helpful, put the Y in the chat. If you didn't, put the thumbs down in the chat. So, let's talk about number 1. Let's talk about number one. He goes on, starting it off by saying that we had two different guys. You had an objective and a subjective going on, and then at the end of it, it was a little humor, you guys. He threw a little humor into it in case you guys didn't catch it or you did catch it. So, you say, so the spirit of the sin is tinkle, tinkle, my girl. I saw Shannon told your ass what you might want to send that. Tanea says no, you don't like. Okay, but Shannon told you better send that damn rose back. Beauty disappeared. I ain't seen beauty. You can't debate the Bible. That's true. You're absolutely true. But however, because this is man say, I'm going to have to pull up Proverbs. What did he say? Proverbs 16. I don't know if it's in there, you guys. I have to. Is it in there? Hi, Shady. Is it in there, Priscilla? Is that what it says? Let me see. I'm going to have to find it. What did he say? 16. I forgot to write the I was writing so fast. I didn't write the chapters down. Let me see. Let me just go to 16. It's crazy. That's crazy. But Priscilla says that we can't be going against the Bible, y'all. We can't go against the Bible. Well, let me see. See, now I don't know if it's in the King James Version or what. I didn't write the chapters down. You say just look after. Okay, but here we go, Priscilla. He says that you need to release. He said that. He opened his show up with that. Like that the body needs to release. Okay? So we understand that. And he's speaking on this mainly of the male anatomy, the male humans. That was what he was talking about. He wasn't talking about the women, Shannon. He was talking about the males. So he says that most of it, come about due to men having these wet dreams. He spoke that what gives you the urge for a male to have this, masturbation disease, the disease, that thing, right? That you should imagine woman there. You should imagine that there's a woman there before you partake in satisfying your body alone. I think that what I get out of this is that you just don't do it alone. I think that he's saying that if you have a partner with you, then I think that it's not a sin. I think that he's saying that it's not a sin if you have a partner with you. What do you guys think? You've been sinning for a long time, girl. Woo! He says that lusting is also is adultery. I think a whole lot of people lust. I do. We walk down the street and you're married or with a significant other, but we walk down the street or we may be in a car and whether if it's male or female, I think both of us have that where we would say, oh my God, like he's fine. Oh, or damn, I wish I coulda, woulda, and all of that stuff. So that's lusting, right? That's lusting. I don't know if passing a number along or things like that is part of lusting. I think lusting just comes with the gesture of things, the licking of the lips or sitting there and you put that imaginary thought in your head about someone who just doesn't belong to you or something. So we know that that's lusting. Is it adultery? I don't know. I always felt that if you were physically touching others that just doesn't belong to you, is part of adultery. That's where I lay with that. That's where I lay with that. Hey, Lisa. So he said that there is consequences. You say Hebrew 13:4. Okay, so let me see that one. Hold on. Hebrew. So is that the one that's going to talk about masturbation is a sin? Hebrew 13:4. Okay, let me see what that one says. Let me see what it says on here. Cause we might be changing Shannon's thought about masturbation, y'all. And I mean, I'm not here to change your mind about it. I'm not here to judge you whether if you're doing it or not. We're just here to try to decipher whether if it's a sin or not. That's all I want to know, because it kind of scared me, y'all. It scared me. It scared me. I was like, ooh, oh, Lordy, please don't say it so. Hebrew 13:4. Let's see what it says. Let me see what Galatians found us, you guys. Marriage should be honored. Okay. It says here that, and you let marriage bed be undefiled, for God will judge the sexually immoral and adulterous. Marriage is honorable in all, and the bed undefiled by whoremongers and adulteries. What the heck is a whoremonger? What's a whore or whoremongers? What is that? Like a person that, what's that Galatian, a woman that's sharing their body everywhere, and having, like, is that, because adultery is considered, having a significant other. We know that, but yet then you choose to lust or share your body outside your home, or even thinking about sharing your body outside your home, and if your guy is in your home, we know that that's adultery, right? We know that's adultery. You say hitting everything. I don't, that the shacking shit is crazy too. Shacking is a sin, right? You guys think shacking is a sin? You think shacking, saying that, somebody, that, oh, that that's just my roommate, or, or that's my homeboy from school, or that's my homegirl from school. We just roommating tonight. Good night, Native. Go ahead, get some rest, huh? We just kicking it. Go get some rest, girl. So that's what it says. It says that marriage is honorable in all, and the bed undefiled, but whoremongers and adulterers God will judge. That's a Bible short term. Wow. Okay. All right. So I get it. Okay. So he says that one thing that can happen if you are a everyday masturbator, or frequently, that you will acquire guilt. How many of you guys feel guilty about masturbate? Well, Shannon, you the only guy in here. Lot lizards. What the hell is a lot lizard? These country words. Lot lizard. But what do you guys feel any guilt? I don't know. I don't know if I feel. No, I have to be honest. I don't feel guilty about it. At least I don't think I do. You guys feel guilt? Any guilt in the chat? Should you, if you feel guilty about, I took the pie out. The pie is out. Well, you want me to leave so I don't get to see what y'all answers are? I don't know. Sarah, you gonna come on? Sarah, hit the link so you can come on the channel so we can see what you're talking about over there. Maybe you can explain it a little bit better, whether if you feel if it's a sin or not. You want to do that? Hit the link then. It says that you should not be doing it if you are having any guilt about it. Yeah. Okay, I got it. The whoremongers is another word for whore. I got it. I like that word though. I'm gonna start using that. Whoremongers. What's mongers? What's a monger? That's funny. Oh jeez. So it's number 2. It says that you are committing condemnation, which means that you pushed yourself farther away from God. You guys believe that? What do you think about that? Do you feel that if you are masturbating that you have disassociated, you have disconnected from God because you are doing a sinful act? I'm finna drop the link right now. You bring your butt on here so we can talk about it, girl. Come on here. There it goes. Hit the link. Hit the link, girl. Hit the link. Come on. Let's get into this conversation. Tanaya says she's never felt guilty. I don't think that anybody should feel guilty about it. I don't think so. I don't know. Hoes at the truck stop. Okay, Sarah coming on to argue with me about this, y'all. She gonna argue with me about it. Here we go. But he talks about condemnation, being farther away from God. We're gonna wait for her to connect. He talks about if you are, look at you, sexy mama up there. He talks about if you are a frequent masturbator, that it can lower your self-esteem. I don't know. I don't feel that that's true. As many people that is walking around out here in this world, you got people that's working out, you got people in all kind of sports. These people in football, you name it. The people up in that did the performance for halftime don't seem like their self-esteem is pretty low, and I'm pretty sure all of them up there, touching the body. I'm just saying. I'm waiting on you. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Yeah.
Okay, I just gotta get the volume up. Okay, so that's that. I'm gonna let you chime in a second. He talked about guilt, condemnation, moving far away from God. He talked about it. It gives you low self-esteem. He talked about that you fear of people because you tend to worry about if somebody finds out about that you're doing this, which I don't think anybody's out there just walking around saying, hey, I'm a masturbator, right? I don't think so, but he says that it's a form that it can ruin your marriage. He talks about that doing it, I got to read my handwriting, doing it too much, it can result into negating away from your spouse. You will be less interested in your spouse. He talks about if you tend to watch a lot of pornography, that pornography can condition you with the moaning that you hear on the video or what you're watching from the videos. It will condition you, have your brain telling you that it's okay for you to try this on your body. Then you will become very addictive to it, and also, resulting to not pleasuring your spouse or your significant other. He said that is caused by, too much masturbating. He says also, which was very important to me though, Sarah, he talked about that it could be one of the leads to prostate cancer. Prostate cancer. And then, you think about the health of a lot of men out here and the rise of hearing how many men that they was pushing, make sure you get your prostate checked. They have a preferred age too, right? Like what 50 or something. So I'm thinking, well, whoa, maybe that's because a lot of men masturbate. That's what I'm thinking, right? And I think that masturbation to me has become like this silent, deadly act. It's like people are dying from it. I'm pretty sure over 99% of the the population does it out here, right? But they use all of these other medical conditions, to blame on why a person may be dying, when it could be because everybody masturbate. But they don't want to tell you that, Shannon passed away from masturbating. You don't hear that. So let's talk about those 7 things before I get into the other half of the video, because this was just talked about in the first half of the video. It also says that you cut all your friends off, because I'll be cutting them off, because I'll be scared to shake his hand. You be washing your hands too much. You got to go. So let's talk about it. What did you think about when he talked about the lusting and adultery for masturbation? Do you think that is when you lusting yourself? Do you think that is adultery? That I'm just going to put it in that form. You're lusting yourself when you're masturbating yourself. You think that could be a form of adultery, cheating, all that stuff?
I don't believe that it's a form of adultery, because adultery is marriage. But I do believe, yes, it's a sin, because like you said, you're lusting for yourself. Mm-hmm. And whatever thoughts you're having running through your head, I'm sure it's not yourself. I'm sure you're thinking of whatever person or thing or whatever turns you on. So I just find this very interesting about how he said, you're pulling away from your friends and like you're being like paranoid or whatever. I don't agree with that.
I don't either. I don't think that people go and isolate themselves because they done whacked one off or something. I just don't.
No, not at all. But this is a great topic for tonight. I'm happy about this one. I'm excited. Because like I said, I'm dating right now. So I'm kind of I'm here and there a little bit, talking to folks. And I do get turned on by conversations that I have. Some guys are amazing critical thinkers. Like they have mega minds. It's beautiful. And that's a turn on. You don't have to touch me. I don't have to touch you. But if you get me in my mind, in my heart, things start to roll and race and go,
Okay,
and
but
I don't think I'm seeing it.
You ain't rubbing one out at IHOP or nothing, are you?
No, ma'am, no.
Okay, you can hold it off, right? You can hold it off. Okay, they're having some control over it. I don't know. I don't know. I don't ever have, if I was out on a date or whatever, and I'm, really enjoying it. Beautiful conversations. The dinner is good. Yes, I probably will sit there, but it's mentally, it may cross my mind very quickly. Like, ooh, okay, like what time we leaving here? Ain't dinner over? But then at the same token, it doesn't give me that stimulating feeling to where, because I'm not going home with him, that I gotta go masturbate. I've
had those episodes. Jackie.
But what would cause that? Is it because of the urge of just wanting to be with that guy, but holding off from it, keeping yourself?
It's the fact that he intrigues my other epinephrines, my other cortisol, other things that charges you and turns you on. So like if we're talking about a topic of food, I'm a foodie, and he's eating his food and he's talking about it as he's eating his food, that turns me on. I don't know why, but it does. So I'm getting wet. Things are just, I'm just saying.
But we talking about food. How the hell is food getting you arousal?
I love food. And like I said, I'm on my way over there. You make your pie. I'll be over there tonight.
What the hell? Saying. Now you ain't bringing your wet ass over here. Now you ain't. Okay, self-esteem. What do you think that it does for people's self-esteem?
I think it can affect your self-esteem. I do believe that. Like, I have teenagers and I notice a difference in them. Like, my oldest son, I believe he's having sex. I do. Because I notice his skin clearing up. He be out and about, hopping his car. He gone. I'm like, you don't even work today. Where you going? I finally met his girlfriend and she's beautiful. She is gorgeous. And I'm like, I talked to her and she gave her feedback. I'm like, oh, y'all having sex. She's like, no, ma'am, no, we're not. Yeah, you are. And
Okay, so coming out of your your childhood into your adolescent, right?
yes,
And
ma'am.
the sons, the males, the boys, right? They seem to, I believe, touches themselves first, right? Because
Hmm.
they follow behind a wet dream.
Okay.
So what I can't understand that if we are this production of the Spirit, right? Holy Ghost.
Mm-hmm.
We're made under God, by God, all that, right? And but God knows how at this adolescent stage growing into the young man that the male anatomy is going to find himself before they even have interest because it's like a natural secretion flow, right? They
Yeah, it is.
Okay, so but what makes this adolescent mind go into that imaginary thought to want to find himself to see if what ejaculation is and stuff? What makes that happen?
You would? I don't know. I mean, for me as a teen, I don't think my mind was so much on that.
Mhm.
I guess I was more of a academic. So it's each his own. You would have to literally interview some kids, which is so inappropriate. But
I
you
know. I
you would think
know.
back on your own childhood, and we're women, so I couldn't say for young boys, except I have teenagers. And I just noticed how my oldest one he's still outgoing, he's amazing, he's doing his thing. Then my middle son,
Mhm.
he's more withdrawn, he's more isolated. Like all the topics that the young man hit on the video today, he's
Mhm.
showing signs of those things. So it depends on the person.
Okay, but you have sons.
I have sons.
As a parent, knowing that your sons is getting ready to enter into the adult world as an adolescent, and we know as a parent because we're older than them, we've been through that cycle, right?
Right.
Are you, as a parent, not comfortable enough, or is it just something that we just don't do? Son, have you masturbated? Son, have you had your wet dream before? Is this something that we do, or we just as
Yeah, of course. I talk to my boys and they talk to me that way. I think it's more of what is your, like you
I
said,
don't think no son at that age is because I think that that's where you break their self esteem. They
but
have
they
to.
have been exposed. Today, everything is at your fingertip. Today, they're teaching in school about LGBTQ 213. Like they're teaching all these different things, and it's okay to be open with your sexuality. It's okay to be water and ghost and whatever you choose to be.
Mm,
So, right now, they're exposed to so much. Why
yeah.
wouldn't they be open with talking to their parents about it? And it takes me back like, wait a minute, what?
Mm.
That's what you're doing? He's like, hey, mom, I'm just letting you know.
I don't
So,
think that I would be comfortable asking my son, knowing that he's, get. I just don't. I just think that, I think that the statistics may have it very high that your adolescent son going into the adult withhold that information from their parents. I don't think there's.
or they lie about it.
I
They
don't
lie. They
think
can
that they
lie.
would come out and, if you ask them, son, have you been through this stage? Have this stage happened to you? I think that they'll lie about it. I really,
I,
really
I
do.
mean, I'm sure that they're lying because I'm their mom. It's like, ew, mom, go. Ew, no,
Exactly. Which is
but,
part of the self esteem. It's like you will almost um
or it's
break.
uncomfortable. Like, mom, I don't want to talk to you about this. They'll probably talk to dad,
So,
he's
yeah,
more relatable than talk
yeah.
to me. You know what I mean?
That's just crazy though. I just can't imagine a 12, 12 going into 13 say, well, mom, I masturbated today.
These kids is nasty shit. They nasty as hell. They, they'll tell you shit. I done found
Ooh.
gloves, socks, clothes, all kind of stuff. It's just gooey everywhere. Like, what is going on in this room? Ew.
Shannon said you better that you better. You said, Shannon, that we should ask, or
Yeah, you
should
better.
we wait to the parent, to the adolescent, bring it to you, because
Mm-mm.
they not knowing what they do. What if your son have a question about it? Mom, I went through so and so, so and so. What is this? Or what made me do this? What made me at 13 and 14-year-old touch myself? What made me do this? I don't know if I would have the answer for that.
And that's okay. Say, you know what? I'm unsure. What do you think? Did you write it down? How are you feeling? So let them walk you through it. Because
Mm-hmm.
you're not a boy, you're not a man. That's first of all. But you have to be open and understanding, because the world's, they're pushing it on them. They're giving it to them left and right.
Okay, but everything starts from home. Parenting,
Not
right?
that part. Well, you know what? No,
Parenting.
because
Hear me out
my
on this.
parents didn't tell me nothing about
That's
no
what I'm
sex or
saying.
anything.
So
So
where is the knowledge lacking from? Because if we're sitting here learning that masturbation is a sin, why did we not teach this to our children before they enter into that world? Why?
I didn't know about it. I think that's why I didn't tell them or teach them about it, because I didn't know. Now I know, and they're already doing their thing. So you can't stop them.
Pornography. Do you think that a lot of masturbation comes from people watching pornography?
Of course.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah, of course.
Man,
Yeah.
I only watched maybe two porno movies in my life, films. Really? I mean, I get it, and the statistics may be high because of pornography when it comes to masturbating, but I don't know. Especially when I can sit here and honestly say, well, I only saw two. I never had the desire to sit up and listen to no gut body screaming on the free. How that is so annoying. And then they say, well,
Yeah.
turn the volume down. Well, I really don't want to look at another vajayjay either. So now what do? I got turned this whole. So it was just never about it. Sweetie says that, her children, she's one of the parents that she has made her children comfortable knowing that they can come to her with pretty much anything. She is there to
That's
help.
important. Yeah, that's very
But
important.
you still gonna have that one. If you got a litter, you're gonna have that one that's just not gonna do it. Just nervous about. Just don't want to talk to you about anything.
Yeah, and I do have a litter, so yeah, they're all you know my kids, they all different.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
Mm.
Mm.
Okay. Now let's talk about it with marriage. And you said that you don't believe that it's part of adultery because of the spouse, but you don't think that it's a form of cheating. Let's just hypothetically say that you're with the spouse. But as it's spoken here, that you're going to creep off and you might go to the bathroom or something like that. You don't think that that's a form of cheating? You don't feel that
That is a
pattern?
form of cheating. Yeah,
Okay.
it is.
Would you agree that that pattern, because it says that it can become contagious, I mean, not contagious, but a pattern,
Yeah, yeah.
which will prohibit you now from sharing with your husband or your significant other. You're now have found yourself where you want to comfortably just creep off. He's sleeping, but now your body doesn't feel like it wants to give to your spouse.
Yep.
What do you think about that? You think that that's maybe true?
I think it is true. Yeah. I've been married before, and um I have noticed certain things as far as when it comes to porno, or if we're watching it together, or if you want to engage in different things. I did notice, and I think my body changed having all these kids and so on and so forth. So it's a lot of different things to the dynamic. But I do highly believe that if you're watching porno on your own, we're not doing it together, that you're more withdrawn.
From
So,
your significant other, from your
yes,
other half.
ma'am. Yes,
Really?
ma'am. Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
Interesting.
Mm.
Interesting. Mm. Well, I think that we both can agree on whether that it sways you away from friendships. Because who would
No. Yeah, no.
like? What are you doing out there blasting it, or like that? So that one was a goofy a goofy one there for me. You cut off all your friends because you're
But I
masturbating.
think that ties into self-esteem. I think that ties into your embarrassment or you feeling some type of way about yourself. And then it shows in your other relationships. Because if you're like, damn, then you go around somebody, you're feeling uncomfortable. Like they know that you're dirty or they know you did something and they not even thinking about you like that. So it's a
But you,
self thing.
but you can think about that person as well. I don't understand how that will kill your self-esteem, how that would destroy you with friends. I don't understand how, because if a person chooses to do so, how that you decide that, you know what, you're gonna cut all your friends off so that they don't find out what you're doing. That doesn't make sense.
It's some people out here like that. The mental stuff is woo challenge,
Oh,
you say.
that's just crazy. Galatia says that in the
Oh, hello.
Thessalonians,
Oh, you finna
this
go out?
this is the
I'm on the
will
live with
of
Miss.
God, your
Here's my son.
sanctifications that you obtain. Hey, baby, that
But you
you
can't be in here. This
abstain
18 years old. This 18
right
years old.
from sexual
Get
immorality.
Arthur
That
here. Come
each
on.
one of you know how to control his or own body in holiness and honor. Yeah, it expects for us to hold it, but we do not. A lot of us don't. Let's go and talk about what he discussed in the second half of the video. He says that it could be a dangerous effect. What do you think about that?
I need more in depth. More. Can you explain like
I
dangerous
think I think
effect? Like what do you?
effect, and we know effect just follows by. I like to say with the physical detailing of it. That's just me, you know. It he didn't go all into detail with it, but I'm thinking your finger cramps. I don't know, like what? You know, carpal tunnel. What are you talking about? I'm just saying, like how
Well, I
dangerous
did
can it be?
hear. I don't know if I heard or I read it or someone told me about a lot of the serial like rapists and murderers or mass shooters. They are people that isolate themselves. Don't quote me on any of this, please don't. But like those are some of the traits that they have because they're withdrawn. They don't have friends. They have whatever sexual tension built up because they don't have that ability to be able to function and interact with another adult their age or something.
Uh huh.
So maybe that ties into it if that's a dangerous effect because
I mean,
that is
that sounds
dangerous.
fair. Sounds fair.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
sounds fair. Suffering from the masturbation, he talks about that, but he also says that people that is suffering from it, which to me he was going towards a positive thing, why people choose to be suffering from it, and that was because they practicing the prevention of possibilities such as the STD and the pregnancy and abstinence. What do you think about that?
I don't think you're abstaining from sexual activities if you're masturbating. Like
Okay.
that defeats the fact. If you're gonna totally abstain, you need to fill that time and that mental space with something else, like reading, writing, exercising. You know, like for myself, I haven't masturbated in forever because I
Mm-hmm.
don't have that desire anymore. I've
Mm-hmm.
totally detoxed myself and my thoughts are elsewhere. Plus I'm dating, so I can get my, yeah.
Okay. Okay. I, I wanted to rebuttal on that. I did.
Yeah, rebuttal.
I'm
Go ahead.
just, I mean, because you said that once we detox from it, we get away from it, and knowing that, okay, does it grow you back now closer to a partner? It should, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Especially if you have one in your presence like that. But what if it went the opposite way? What if you find that now you're not appetizing or so to the partner? He's not thriving for it now as much as you have, but you have detox. You're good. I want man now. I want opposite. But now all of a sudden his mood have changed. Would you suspect that he may be masturbating quite a bit, and now that he's not, since he's not so drawn to you every day, would you
I don't
suspect?
think. No, ma'am. I wouldn't make any assumptions or anything of that nature.
Okay.
Communication is so important.
Yes, I know. Yeah.
Very important.
Would you have a problem with it if you're not getting sexually pleased by the significant other?
Of
Within,
course. Whoa. Oh, hold on, Jack. Where are you going?
hold on, you guys. Hit your mic. So I mean, it's because it can reverse up. You know, they can reverse the role up on people. You know, men can reverse the role and become withdrawn to the women for that particular reason as well. They can become uh, I got to put a mic on, you guys. Hold on. I put her mic on. She's talking to her baby, and decided that, well, you know what, they're caught up now into the masturbation and withdrawn from the female for a while. I don't know. I'm watching Priscilla just retracting her statements. You say your phone don't like the subject. We're almost done. We're almost done. Almost done. Okay, I think she's back.
Okay, yeah, I'm sorry.
Okay, I needed to mute you when you're talking to your babies. Okay, so we did that. It says here that when you're unmarried, you can't control it. I didn't even write a good note on that one. Then you will burn. Okay.
Burn.
No, I think that he was emphasizing on that if you can't control your masturbation, right, and you are unmarried, I think that he was putting emphasis on, okay, you know what, because you're going against the biblical way of the sexual immorality of it, then yes, you'll burn. You're going to hell. It's a sin.
That is not how that works.
You don't
Everyone
think that
stands
that's
and everybody stands and falls short. You just say, Lord, you know my heart, forgive me. You don't have to keep on doing it, but shit happen. You know what I'm saying? But that's me. God is a forgiving God. He died on the cross for our sins, for everybody's sins. Who's our judge? And a lot of these preachers, they know they crooked as hell. So, no, thank you.
But this is a guy who speaks very biblical on these scriptures and
I
things.
don't care how you speak it. What's the truth? Who behind his closed doors? Who up in the sheets with him? You don't know.
Well, I don't know. But these are the type of people that comes out to try to educate us on,
No,
and
thank
it's like, well, no, there's some discrepancies. Some of us are
Mm-hmm.
just not going to agree with what you're saying. But he's saying if you are unmarried and you cannot control your desire for masturbation, then you will burn.
No,
If
it's not that
so,
black and white.
his answer to this to keep you from burning is that you should have frequent sex. So,
What? Wait a minute.
is masturbating a form of sex?
Yes, it is.
Then why would he say this? But he's saying it because you should not be indulging in it by yourself.
Oh,
It is
okay, got it.
okay to masturbate as long as your partner is there laying beside you or whatever, as long as
That
he's
don't
there
make
with
any
you.
sense.
It
No,
doesn't, but we're talking about the part of being unmarried. Nobody's around. You're doing this by yourself every day, all alone. You will burn. But if you just laying in the bed with your significant other or whatever, and both of you guys are chilling and you decide to do it, it's like, what did he put it in a form of where at least the man is there to enjoy what you're doing.
supervise.
But you're still kind of sharing the emotional effect of it.
That not if you're masturbating and someone's sitting around watching shit. That has nothing to do with them. You have your own triggers. You're triggering yourself. They're not.
but you're with your partner. You're with your husband.
Okay,
So
what's the chat talking about? What did they say?
what he's saying is that it's okay to do it. Then you won't burn in hell. She
No.
says 2 girlfriends ago ago, the chick was a nympho. Shannon said that. Something is wrong with him. He might be the best masturbator. So Tanea says that if your partner is beside you, you better start hooking. She just hung man a letter. You know that, right? And that's facts. I mean, that's facts. I don't know. Like I say, I'm just trying to decipher. I'm just trying to detect. Okay, if you're by yourself, is that more? That's well, ain't no such thing as
Okay,
more.
what's your point of view? How do you feel about it?
I feel that if you according if I wish to sway and agree to this passage this message 100%, I would have to say that okay, I agree. You're going to go to hell about it because we know that it's a sin of what he's teaching us is sinful to masturbate. But he also teaches that from being unmarried.
Mm,
But if you are married and you are sharing, you know, because you're
yeah,
sharing, you're
yeah,
masturbating thing with your guy. I think that he's inclining that you're gonna be, you're okay because things should be done as with partners. You should have
right,
a partner with it.
right.
And the
I agree.
Bible teaches you that with marriage, you share what you do what you
Mm,
got to do with your partner, man
yeah,
and woman. No matter what you choose to do, masturbation, whatever it is, you're
it's
supposed to
within
do
your
it.
marriage. Yeah,
Exactly, with the
yeah.
partner. So if he is going to put biblical principles out there, then he's wrong. That's not the. I agree with you, sweetie. I agree with you. Like I said, this is this what is his name, blogger or something. He goes under the name of Trailblazer, and this ain't the first one that he comes out to try to dictate on of what the Bible, what is expected from the Bible law, from the biblical law. But he tries to align it with us, brainwash, condition us, but each one of us has to make our own way, and I understand that. He says that if it's not man and woman, any other way is a sin. He says that it causes lack of self control. He says that it is disobedient to the spirit. Abstain from the sexual activities. If you can't wait, it's best to be he teaches that. He absolutely teaches that. So your partner banging, it's about to go. I love me some Tanea, y'all. I don't care what y'all say. I loves me some Tanea, boy. I swear this girl cracks me up. Okay, I do. When I say she is her spirit, no matter what the topic is, Sarah, Tanea has the spirit like for every topic. It doesn't matter what it is.
Thank you, Tanea.
She just falls right into it. She makes it fun, and I appreciate her so much when she comes over. So it says that this one I don't agree with. With the self control, you can become disobedient to the spirit. It can cause you to lose your job. Now, this is where he got kind of funny. He was just throwing something out there. It would cause you to lose your spouse. You think that that's true or no?
Ah, I'm on the fence with that one. It could be
I
true.
I have to say no. I have to say no.
No, why
I
you say
think,
no?
but I'm saying no because I think that if your spouse find reason, especially that reason that okay, you're masturbating today, and you neglecting him a little bit, I just don't find grounds of that saying. Where I want to divorce you or whatever. I think that.
Well, I think when you add all the facts up together, if you're isolating yourself, if you're not giving me intimacy because you're getting your own separate intimacy, then that's grounds for, this is not going to work. Lack of communication, lack of the relationship, friends or whatever. I can understand that,
Mm-hmm.
but not just because
Okay.
you're jagging off. No, that's not how it works. No.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think that I would be ready to lose my spouse because he's making a choice to masturbate. I just don't find that. That's not a good finding. That's not a good findings enough to say, I want out. I don't think so. It's not enough.
Hmm.
I don't know. It should not come between a marriage, whether if your partner is choosing to have that private time with them, especially as you get older, because to me the statistics is very high. Your body is tired now, or a lot of people are working more. So there's room for justification to why you can't sexually please your partner every day, because I call it physical activity. But you know what I
It's a
mean?
workout.
It's a hell of a damn workout. Listen, go on up in there and do your stroking and leave me the hell alone. We gonna be all right. I'm just saying. So, do you think that well, we talked about the isolation. Do you think that people who is repetitive masturbators tend to cut themselves off from reality? And I'm talking about mentally as well. Do you think that it psychologically does something to some people?
Yeah, I believe that. Yes, ma'am.
You
For
think
sure.
that it can affect people that way too?
Because you're not in the reality, you're in a delusional state if you're feeling like this masturbation constantly, consistently versus actual physical interaction and touch and intimacy is going to just get you right. That's a delusion, you know? That's my personal opinion. That's not
I,
factual.
I
Yeah.
can I can get that, and it can. I guess it can do that. What about? Well, we talked about the friends. Do you think people have any guilt or shame behind it? I disagree with that. I have to put that on there because what you're doing to yourself is always private. You always private with your things, and as long as you're keeping that private, I find I have to do this, the study for him to find findings and whether it can cause guilt and shame. I think that only depends on the individual itself, depending,
I agree. Yeah.
you finna come out here and be what you gonna do? Put up on a billboard, or maybe you have the most spiritual people, the most highly Christian people that's really locked into the Bible. Maybe they have guilt about it. You know what I mean? Because they know
Hmm.
that this is not right. This is a sin. I shouldn't be doing this. So
Yeah.
maybe it's that category of people that end up facing that guilt and the shame. Because what if they, do it on an early Sunday morning and trying to go to church? You be walking up in the church, like, oh Lord, I just did what I just did. What I'm just saying, that was it was a funny example, not a serious
I
one.
got shits and giggles.
Yeah, I'm just saying, but so I can see where the guilt and the shame, can come in at. So, but I don't know, guilty. Yeah, I think I'm gonna leave that in the category of with the Christians that's solely Christians. Let's use I don't know, T.D. Jakes. I think that he would be shameful. I think that he
Hmm.
would have some guilt because of the word that he preaches. He preaches
Yeah.
this stuff, and yeah. I think that he'll be standing in church up on the podium to myself. I know this wrong. I know this wrong. I know this wrong. But at the same token, delivering the word for the day. So, have that shame up in there. Says that it reduces your call from life. I'm not sure what he meant by that. Reduces your call from life. I don't know what he meant by that, but I guess masturbation is different folks, different strokes. I don't know.
Okay. I'm going to go back to the chat now.
All right, Belle. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, yeah. Everybody gonna be on fire tonight. Oh,
How do I
I
get
know.
off the
Oh,
Zoom?
I'll take you off, babe. I'll take you
Okay.
off. Let me get you off. Let me get you off. Okay. There you go. So, um, no, don't report. Okay. Don't report. So, it was just something different that I wanted to do tonight, you guys. Just a quick ladies' night live. Unless you guys have something else, we can switch the topics. Or I can, you guys can go and enjoy some other things that may be going around. But let me see what else do I have in my junk box over here. that I know y'all probably want to be laughing about. What else do I have over here in the goody, goody, goody? I don't want to do that. I don't want to talk about that. To be perfectly honest with you guys, I really, really, really had to have, I had to have a 1 day break. I have to have it from the Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly scandals out here. It's got to be 1 day. It's got to be 1 day. It's just too much. It's too much to run the R. Kelly stuff for 7 days a week. I think I got. Let me see what I got. I don't know. You don't know. Let's see what's in here. I've been getting. Oh, I got some sweet potato stuff on my phone too. Let me see. Let me see. Uh-oh. Okay, so we don't want to do that one. Oh, I don't. And some folks' videos I just can't do. You want to finish the Lizette book? You guys want to finish that? Let me find it. Let me find it. Let me see where we are. I'll finish. Let's read one or two of those. Are you back working out? Nope, not yet. Waiting for the snow to leave. They still taking my freaking money. I went over was it last Saturday? Saturday before last, girl. And I did an hour on the tread, and it's too crowded. So I'm going to have to find a time to go after work. Let me see, make sure I got some battery in here. Sweetie say, since you asked about it, I don't mind doing that, sweetie, if you're going to hang out for a second. You say, them younger days was wild. Girl, Tanea. Girl. I don't know. My moderators, they must have been under 18 because I lost some of them. So they was like, we ain't finna play in this subject right here. And I have to respect that, you guys. But I really some days have to get, 1 day. And these last 3-4 days with all of this stuff dropping out here. Oh, how long do your henna last? I don't know. What's the henna? What's henna? Henna. I'm lost. I'm lost with that one. I'm lost. Let me see what else. Because I knew I had some more stuff that I had sent to myself too. I'm waiting on it to come up. Sweetie, I'm waiting on the Kindle to come up. Oh, girl, don't wait. I think that's made for the other skinned people out here. Okay, Harlem's still here. It lasted, what was it, 3 days? So I was like, nope, won't do that no more because I do a lot of hand washing. So it was gone. Dakota's was gone. So it was gone. So I won't do it no more. I don't think that is for our texture of skin. I don't. So I will not. It was something that I just tried that one time, and that's that. We won't get no more henna. And I was really upset for flushing my money down the toilet on that. I really was. I was upset. But 3 days, I guess. What else do I have in here? Okay, we did that one. I don't even know what that one is. Let me see what this is before I... Oh, Lord. Okay, so that's not there no more. Let me move that. Let me go here. Then I am... Let me see what chapter we're on. 31. Let's do 31. We'll get into 31. I just want to make sure. Okay, we did that. Yeah, I'll do that at the end. That's a special bonus. We'll show that at the end. I have a special bonus. Everything in here I kind of went over. So, okay, I was just checking. Hey, Kay, what up, what up? Hello. No roses tonight. No, we're not doing that. We just did our little, what I wanted to do from the beginning of the show. And I just wanted to just do that to just to see what you guys' thoughts were on the video. That's it. You say, when am I going to read Robert Book 2? Let's finish the Lizette Jane Doe #9 book. And then I'll pick back up the soloist book. I will. I just be needing one day off, you guys. I kid you not, because this stuff will have you buku crazy out here. Well, in chapter 31 of the Jane Doe #9 book, she goes on by saying that the Film Awards calendar overlaps both the media that comes after the first season of Surviving R. Kelly and filming for the next one. Prepping for award ceremonies is a strange adventure in itself. What? Who's some freaks? Nobody no freaks. We was really learning something very, very important. Very important. You missed out on a good educational show over here. But you can stick around now. We finna laugh at the rest of this book. Prepping for award ceremonies is a strange adventure in itself. So when I don't have the resources to pay for transportation or a proper outfit for media events, I'm once again left empty-handed by those in charge of docuseries. Luckily for me, during my days in New York in my early 20s, I met a guy named Bill Whitfield at the restaurant my older sister managed. Well, he was in law enforcement. Yeah, I saw you leave, Beauty. I saw you. She says that he was in law enforcement, but also worked security for Bad Boy Records. So we knew people in common and had a lot to talk about. But that first evening in New York, it ended up snowing pretty hard, and a group of us had packed tight as sardines into his Land Cruiser to drive my sister's place in Chelsea, where we spent the whole night laughing. After that, Bill and I stayed friends over the years. He's helped out here and there when I am in a bind, checking up on me with concern whenever the media gets especially harsh. But he really comes through for me during the Critics' Choice Award, putting an end to my complete panic at not having the finances to get there, wear the proper attire, or pay any fees surrounding the whole process. Well, Bill steps in. He helps me purchases and an appropriate outfit, ensures I'll have transportation, and basically goes all out to make sure that I feel like I can stand up in front of everyone with my head high, with my scrambled nerves and intense fears after the New York premiere and continual online threats. It turns out to be the extra boost I needed to bite my lip, show up, and be there with the rest of the team. We ladies sit right next to the surviving R. Kelly executives at the Critics' Choice Award. They don't look at us. They don't even acknowledge that we're there. It's as though we exist on a different plane when they don't immediately need something from us. The arrival of the Emmys is similar reminder. It's all about the numbers. The prestige. Survivors are placed at a separate table, a little ways away from producers and directors. It's a school lunchroom vibe. All of them in their own cliche, pretending we're not a part of it, even though they're only here because of our stories and our willingness to share. It's a balance, or it should be. Then they get up and leave mid show when we don't win. I don't. I'm excited to be here. I'm honored to be here. I paid too much just to get here looking nice enough to be a part of it all. Well, when I see the PR head handing out gift cards, I'm furious. I do media when asked. I literally pay to show up to things to help out or promote. But I am not compensated for my time or efforts, not even with gift cards. They can give out $200. Gift cards to random people to promote themselves, but can't give us rides, food, and security? Well, when I take time off of work in LA for them, they don't help with my transportation. For the media, we do. I don't get paid for interviews. So I fight tooth and nail when the second round of media even starts up. So this eventually gets me $400 for accompanying them to all the shows and interviews, just as a chunk sum to help with some of the expenses that came along with them. I asked for security. Nope. We don't pay for documentaries, is what they tell me. Oh, you doing it for free then too, I ask. Because it's my story. It's Geronda's story. It's our stories. So our faces are on billboards for you guys. We show up to interviews. People are watching us. It is our lives they're following. Well, the tidal wave of abusive online nonsense simply just keeps growing with time. The threats are getting more serious as trolls build off each other, creating conspiracy theories and other bullshit. But before filming starts, I reach out to Lyric, since she previously mentioned a company that could help. I tell her, we're getting too many threats, too many negative comments online. That's always snowball into something terrifying. She says to negotiate with Lifetime, to have a separate business both track and delete the offensive posts. Hey, Muddy. You say, wait a minute, she break working, or what is going on? Because she all over the, yeah, she is. She's all over the place. She is. Different amounts would mean, where is your, let me put it back on here because now I'm on the right channel. There it is. I forgot I had did a whole bunch of hitting buttons. I got you back on, Muddy. Different amounts would mean different extents of oversight. But even something simple would be an incredible relief to my peace of mind. And Lyric says it's surprisingly inexpensive. I mean, considering it's preventing physical endangerment. It's worth a lot to me, but when I talk to someone about doing it for the survivors who are up for season 2, I'm told no. Once again, our safety and mental health doesn't appear to be worth the extra money. By the time filming for the second season starts, any thick skin I had left has been buffering to nothing. You're welcome. The stress of endless online harassment has taken its toll, so I hardly sleep. I had with press events in hopes of showing the producers that I'm willing to put in effort for the series' success. also in hopes that it will somewhat endear me to them. So they might care when there's a physical threat, or if I become homeless. Here she go again. This is one girl here that's always throwing that homeless stuff out there. She just always want just homeless. She makes sure people knows that she's going to be homeless if she does not come across money all the time. When Sudi sits me down for the new season on-screen interview, I'm having a nervous breakdown. She can tell something is up, but instead of backing off, she drives into it full force. I'm sure it'll be dramatic for viewers, but it's shattering to me. Questions are usually fairly pointed in order to provoke intense emotions. This time, though, it's like they're trying to break me on screen. If they don't want, if they don't with one subject, they press into something new until I start to crack, closer and closer to breaking to altogether, which is not really what I signed up for, or any of us for that matter. Why is this now solely about unearthing and magnifying my pain? Putting Rob away by telling the truth about my past is different than breaching every emotional shield I put up to protect myself from those days. It's emotional porn. I'm not supposed to be on trial here. I've been torn down for sheer dramatics. This might be a reality-based show, but it is not supposed to be a reality television game show that messed with my head until I break. Who is winning if the survivors are left in shambles? Why is it that there is still no one trying to help us heal? At what point near the end of the filming session, I'm asked, if you hadn't walked into that mall, do you think that your life would be different? It's hard not to store back. It's hard not to stare back. Honestly, it's hard not to punch something. It's sad. It's sad as though I partially brought this all on myself. Silly me, going to the mall as a child, accidentally meeting a celebrity who tells me that they can help with my career. Yes, it seemed like fate, and no, somehow I don't think that there is any doubt that if I had not met R. Kelly that day, I would not have spent the majority of my life dealing with R. Kelly. So I look around once again. No mental health specialist here, no social worker, no therapy dog. While on set, the showrunner presents herself as a therapist, but I've never seen any credentials. And her role here is not to personally heal or help us, obviously. So later, when I'm accused of flip-flopping in my responses, I want to pummel something. Sound like she responded to the chat. I was having a nervous breakdown in a chair for 8 hours, being asked triggering questions without any emotion or therapeutical support present, pretending to be a therapist, playing mental games, scraping our souls raw. It's not how I envision help or advocacy. And they know me. They know my psyche. And I believe that they knew full well how far I was being pushed. If the first season on-screen interview sessions were bad, the second were pure torture. The nail in the coffin of my stability, I started to realize that's what they do. No one is filming in this manner to help us recover from our past or give us hope. Our extreme pain is good for ratings. That no one is present to help us recover from the docuseries filming. Hi, Rita. It's the real crime right now. And what is done to me on set that day is criminal. I don't recover from the interview, and I can't afford the level of therapy that I would need to do so. You got Azrael need years and years and years, and it's going to cost her hundreds and thousands of dollars. And now you have Lizette, who claims that she also will need a certain level of therapy, but there is nobody out there that is willing to help pay for her therapy. She needs therapy. I don't see anything about these women, even if they were treated so badly by the Lifetime docuseries. And I get it that they may have signed these non-disclosure or what is it, the confidentiality or the non-disclosures or these contracts for them to be on the Lifetime docuseries to share these stories. I'm not understanding how there's no action taken upon Lifetime. Why did they not group together with the same energy that they had for Mr. Kelly by letting telling bringing them into court and having them explain to a judge as to why that they leave these women out here vulnerable or without a walking a medical dog, or why did they not receive the physical help or nothing? There's nothing about that. I don't understand that. Or was there something in the contract that has prohibit them from doing so? If they feel that, oh my God, Lifetime really added on to them needing this type of therapy because they felt used. They felt used. You say, hell, I need therapy listening to her. You do. So she goes on to say, when I get back to Burbank Holiday Inn, where Lifetime booked my room. Well, Lifetime they booked the room, or did they pay for the room? Some of Rob's crew are casually standing in the lobby. My mouth drops open as I realize they put me in the same hotel as the people that I'm accusing of misconduct. People I've openly stated that I believe belonged in prison. As though it's perfectly normal to mix and mingle when there are lawsuits and legal charges and people spilling long hidden truths to public arena. Now, I don't know what listen. Do you know how many people can go into the same hotel room and your enemy can be right up underneath you while you up on the top floor? It's just called mind your business. It's just called go your way and that person goes that way. Maybe she felt that they should have bought her bought out hotel. All the rooms is shut down except for the one that she would occupy. That's crazy. There's no one for me to go to either. No enlisted security or counseling or any kind of provided help for those of us participating. She really looking for that help, y'all. She like, I need some help. I need some help. I'm tired of holding this too, so I'm going to have to put it over here. So she says, as I hurry past her, grumbling in whispers, followed by a distinct, there's that bitch. Yeah, that's the girl doing the documentary. More grunts of recognition followed, accompanied by whispers of profanity, all aimed at me. I wonder who that was. You can bet I pulled out my cell phone to look like I am already on a call with someone. Anyone, and hurry into the elevator before jamming my finger as hard as I can over and over on the close elevator button. But once I'm in my room and I have locked my door in every manner it can lock, it's usually just what it's click, click. There's only two locks on it. Only two locks on the hotel room. I sit on the edge of the bed and I wait for my pounding heart to slow down. Oh, we went to Rita. We went over the Proverbs and Galatians. She dropped Ephesians in. So we went over quite a few to see if it was some facts to it and some non-factors to it. So we did. Galatians was dropping them in here, honey. She was on it. So when Lifetime is later confronted by my rep to ask what the hell they were doing, putting me in the same hotel as the people who previously endangered me, they deny it. When it comes up doing an interview with SoCal News, they reached out to the network as well, probably just for kicks, to put on some pressure, since it's a ridiculous scenario in the first place. Well, after scrambling for 5 days to come up with the response, the best a Lifetime rep can do is no comment. Not if something happened or main concern was the survivors or anything like that, just no comment. The entire editing team walked off the project during the first season over disagreements with the directions of the series and the portrayal of the survivors. Statements I read all seemed to lean the same direction. They felt that the series wasn't actually catering to the victims and might possibly be doing more damage to them while focusing too much on R. Kelly. It humanizes him and his music by going into his childhood and family, while dehumanizing us with the lack of background. The producers ignored their suggestions and refused to listen to or incorporate any of their input. No comment, indeed. These people know exactly what they are doing. Chapter 32. And after 32, I am going to get ready for bed, you guys, because it is 10:28. Okay, let's do chapter 32. Hold on, let me see. We at 72%, so that's not too bad. I come up with an idea. You know what? I'm going to do chapter 32, and tomorrow I'll wait till about 10 or 11, let people have their church and prayers and stuff because it's Sunday. I'm going to come on and with my tea, and I'm going to finish the rest of it tomorrow while I sip my tea. So if you guys are here, you're here. If you're not, you have to catch it on replay. I'm going to finish the book tomorrow morning. Yeah, right before noon time. Might be earlier than that. I come up with an idea for a project that could help sexual assault survivors and offer me a position to use what I have learned to help others. Was she aware that it is so many organizations out here on the help for sexual assault survivors? So many. But she needed to come out with one. She says that I mentioned it to Stacy Kaiser, big time therapist and friend of mine who is involved with the R. Kelly docuseries as a consultant, telling her that I want to do something for assault survivors on a set like this one. Beyond consulting, though, I want to physically be there for victims involved in film and media productions and make sure that they have taken care of what they know their rights and what to expect. Now she's an expert on knowing the whole law, the rights of a sexual of a victim, of a alleged victim. You guys, she seems to know that. I can't. She could have hooked up with Angelo. Don't Angelo have something of survive or helping assaulted women out here? You say, yeah, so I'm gonna do it after his church day. Church. I try not to go over there that much with it. Yeah, that's girl. I bring my particular project idea to Sudi. Tell her about these women from Florida who were all involved with a wealthy, well-known financier by the name of Jeffrey Epstein. She seems super interested. Wait a minute. Hold up. So she went to go and pitch a particular project to Sudi. She did? Is she saying that she helped open up? What is she saying? Did she bring some of those women to tell their stories about? She knew some of these women personally to tell her about these women from Florida who were all involved with a wealthy, well-known financier by the name of Jeffrey Epstein. What you say? She seems so super interested, and I'm excited to hear back from the higher ups. Weeks later, a new project is announced about the women involved with Jeffrey Epstein. So she dropped the dime of her knowing some of these women from Florida. She says, but except she's not a part of it. She dropped the idea. She pitched it to him. Hey, I know some of these women. I can get them here on this Lifetime movie, and we can make something big or whatever, with involving Jeffrey Epstein. She pitched it to him, and they took her idea, y'all. They took her idea. She says, but she ain't a part of it. In the finance projections, they haven't included the role I intended to utilize to protect the women. Doing for them that wasn't done for us. Oh, girl. So when I tried to talk to someone about it, or being involved in another way, just to have a job, they're dismissive. No one wants to talk to me about my story of the women from my home state anymore. God, I'm wondering, okay, wait. Is she saying that she literally knew some of these women and she was pitching it to the Lifetime thing? Or that's crazy, y'all. That's crazy. When the Epstein series does come out, it's approached differently, much the way our docuseries were described to me beforehand. They tell the story of who the women were before meeting Jeffrey Epstein. But there's a level of comparison. They develop these very much real women on the viewer's eyes as a genuine people with the history of lives going into what happens to them and how it changes the courses of their futures. Well, surviving R. Kelly ended up being all about R. Kelly. They have certain ways of doing things with certain people. They choose to do things differently. The onset of the second season premiere and the releases comes with a tidal wave of messy events and uncomfortable changes. Since I'm pushed out of the Epstein idea, I get a job at the Mandarin Hotel in West Hollywood. I'm hired as a housekeeper, supervisor, inspecting 120 rooms every shift. Lots of celebrities. Well, Peter and I, we were friends at this point. So he's been letting me ride until I can figure out shit. This is one riding along, goddamn girl. Our lives shouldn't be so overlapped anymore. It's not healthy. And I know that I should be pressing for a clean break. Meanwhile, Lyric Cabral's documentary falls through, claiming that, she would tell our full stories in more detail so we seem more like people others could relate to, with backgrounds and families and childhoods. Well, we confided in her. Hi, Sheila. Always under the impression that she was an ally for abusive women. I sat down with her multiple times to chat about the full reality of my life and past. From what I understood, she lost her opportunity for a documentary altogether. Well, this time it's because she was a mole all alone. After talking to us, and she would head to Rob's camp and offer information on us for money. But when BuzzFeed found out that she had put them in a position like that, they canceled her projects. They don't want to get sued, and I don't blame them. That kind of conflict of interest would be over the top. Well, my never-ending worry about moles and personal safety rockets with this latest revelation. Well, BuzzFeed then reaches out to request that I immediately sign cancellation papers, which I don't do. I put it aside my life for this and turned down full-time jobs. There has to be more out of it. This has gone on for years. Ooh, sound like she got something sneaky up her arm, y'all. Sneaky up her. What is she finna do with the lifetime? Let me see. Then on top of all of that drama, Cass Jones admits she was playing us the whole time and goes on her vlogging site to expose all of us or whatever. Now, I believe, if I'm not sure, I think that site is shut down. I believe that she had that site or something, I could be wrong. It was Cass Jones and I think Jasmine or something that I saw out there. But if you click on it, the link is now broken. I don't think that the site is up. You can't even go back to hear what was said previously, you guys. So, nothing comes of it. I'm not sure what happens. But somewhere along the line, people stop trusting her. Unsurprisingly, when you brag about lying for months. Well, when my daughter asks to visit, Peter responds with a non-committal, okay, yeah, whatever. So the daughter wanted to come and visit, and Peter was like, do what you want to do. Whatever, it's all right. Didn't sound too enthused about that. She and I enjoyed our time together seeing the LA sights. One day we were walking by the Chinese theater and she looks over at me, slowing down to say, Mom, you don't belong here anymore. I turn my head sharply. Peter is not for you. You're wasting your time. Her eyes soft, honest, and all I could do in return is nod. That night, we slept in Peter's living room and take the first flight to, flight to Miami the next day. It's January. I got a drink. I caught the hiccups. It's January of 2020. I'm officially back in Miami. I have the hiccups, you guys. Starting over. Me and my daughter, we moved into a little studio in North Miami. It's time to start living for me. I'm going to leave that there, you guys. Got the hiccups. I'll be on in the morning after people is done with church. And I'm going to finish chapter 33. I'm going to start at chapter 33. I'm going to get my Kindle charged up. 73%. We have roughly under a half of the book left. So I'm going to leave it there. Now, while I sit here and eat me 2 of these Reese peanut butter cups, and then got to go brush my teeth, get my hot shower, and lay it down. How many of you guys caught the JD ice cream commercial? To my understanding, you say, poor pap, that darn book is making you take, girl, sips of some tea. I'm gonna finish this. So one chapter left. Okay, we're gonna get through that. You talk about, is it one chapter left after 33? Then I have chapter 34. Is that what you're saying? And then we're done. I don't want no gin. I don't drink hard liquor. I don't drink hard liquor like that. No. I told you, not after I left that freak night them years ago with the blue motherfucker. I'm fucking hard liquor. I just can't do it. It stink. I will have Patron in my margaritas. Okay, you say, also, I'm on the last chapter. Is that what you're saying? She says that we're on the last chapter. Well, the last chapter look long as hell, girl. It is. Okay. So in the morning, I could do chapter 33. That's out. That's my last chapter. Wait a minute. Let me get back to where I was. And it's pretty long, and that will complete the book. So I'm going to do that after I get up. Probably make me some more pancakes and have me some bacon or something and make me some tea and throw me on some more sweats and come and finish chapter 33. So it is sweet, but it tore me up. It tore me up, and I was like, nah, never again. So that's kind of it. So chapter 3 resuming tomorrow in the morning, sometimes a little bit before noon. Let me get up and stretch it out, get my blood circulating and stuff. Well, how many of you guys know what the JD ice cream is about? How many of you guys know what that's all about? Everybody know? You guys know what the JD ice cream is all about? Do you, Harlem? I know I'm pretty sure Harlem knows. I'm pretty sure. Yay, no, yay, or no. Flapjacks over waffles any day. I know that's right. I love my flapjacks. I do. But I'm asking you guys a question. Do you guys know what this Okay, Sweetie says no. Nope. What, Harlem, you don't know waffles? The JD ice cream, come to find out, belongs to Jermaine Dupri. Now, when you're dealing with Mr. Robert Sylvester Kelly's situation, there are some things that was said, I believe, by Jermaine Dupri, dealing with the Aaliyah story. I think that the articles came out, and Jermaine Dupri also made it known to the public that himself as well became a boyfriend to Aaliyah. Okay, and with him being boyfriend to Aaliyah and possibly planning on a future marriage to Aaliyah, allegedly, that he had learned quite a bit through Aaliyah before her passing. May she rest in peace. And then came out to make these proclaiming allegations and things of what he thought may have went on horrifically with him and with Aaliyah and Mr. Cali. So he said a lot of disturbing things. He did. Out of all of the people that would have decided to join in on Jermaine Dupri vegan ice cream. Okay. It was funny though. I was thinking, wow. Okay. I'm trying to figure it out. I get it. Got to find some type of way to keep yourself out there. Do anything for clout. I got to get me out here some kind of way. So now, because I would see him, hi Florida Lee, what up? I would see him from time to time, always talk about this vegan ice cream. There you go, Jan. I got you back on. See? This vegan ice cream. And I'm saying to myself, but it's Jermaine Dupri business. This is Jermaine Dupri product. So you're helping Jermaine Dupri by running to Walmart every chance that you can get to do the videos. Hey, Charles, to do the videos, right? One, it gets you a shout out once you send the video, possibly to Jermaine Dupri. This JD vegan ice cream is only sold in the Walmart stores. I'm like, well, okay. To be honest with you guys, you say you happy. I'm happy you back too. I'm happy you back. Sitting in with us. You missed that earlier show, girl. But it's okay. You missed that earlier show. But I don't know how to look at that. How would you guys look at that? Here he is. There's nothing being promoted pretty much about Mr. Robert Sylvester Cowley. Yeah, maybe there's nothing to promote. I don't know. But yet then he's ripping and running to the Walmart stores to do his lives to influence you to go run out to the Walmart stores and purchase you some JD vegan ice cream, which will also help support financially Jermaine Dupri. And I'm like, okay, it's pretty interesting. I am going to show you that video. I really wanted to pause it because I really wanted to count all of the ice cream that he had in the shopping cart, right? And then he opens up the Frigidaire doors at Walmart. And you can literally see empty spaces of all of the ice cream that was missing. But because he made a choice to do this video and be a part of this upcoming and rising financial support for Jermaine Dupri vegan ice cream. I was trying to count the ice cream in the cart to see if that's the missing spots in the in the refrigerator. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, he's got 10 open holes there. He got 10 in his car. Boy, and then to turn around, let me find out. He didn't click that camera off and put all that ice cream except for 1 or 2 back on them shelves. I ain't no way in the hell that I wants to believe that this man then literally went up in there to buy 10 pints of the little small of ice cream. He got all the different flavors. All the different flavors. It was funny though. So let me ask you guys. And you can put down P for private. Y for yes, N for no. How many of you guys are going to rush out to purchase some JD vegan ice cream? I'm trying to tell you what it did. I'm going to show you in a minute. Now, here's what I'm thinking that if I could help him out, that would have really gotten him this big notary from Jermaine Dupri. I think, in my most humbly way, I'm going to help him show him how to really sell himself so that he can be on the front page of Essence magazine, or possibly the 500, what is it, 500 or something? The top 500 millionaires or some shit like that. You said no. I said no. I'm with you. I said no. I said no. Can't do it. Didn't I tell you? A straddler will always come out. It don't sound good to me either. I want ice cream. I like Bluebell too. You say you rush out to get you some Bluebell. Now, I don't eat nothing with no pecans or nuts. I can't because I don't do nuts, honey. I'm like, oh no. We have my favorite one up here, and that's the God, what is it? It's blue. I ain't had it in so long. I forgot what it is. I just had it on my tongue. But I don't think that at this, I don't know. We're talking about, the God, the Father, the God Daddy. We talking about wait a minute. Hold up. Something is wrong. Okay, I get it. A person still must move on with life. The life of that one is this character. I want to be, I want to have my name out there. I need to promote myself. I need to do bigger and greater things. I can imagine him thinking, I still got my rent paid, and I still have my rent to get paid, and so on and so forth. I'm going to be involved in his Bluebell. So maybe it will bring me a little bit publicity, to my channels, or even to me. It will highlight me more if I do this. So to my understanding, if you guys want to have that shout out by JD, Jermaine Dupri, all you have to do is go to your Walmart, your local Walmart store, and buy all this ice cream and film yourself on it and tag him to it in your video. You should be good to go. Okay? He's going to send you back some recognition. He's planning on, that's a lot of videos for him to be watching, but I'm sure if you tag him enough, and if you keep running to Walmart every day, and maybe you'll get tagged in and say, shout out to you, Jada, or shout out to you, Brown Sugar, or shout out to you, Tanea. Now, I know, see why this boy is steady running in and out that house. It ain't going to work. Going to Walmart. Now, I'm going to show y'all the video, though. Sit tight. Hold tight. I'm getting ready to get the hell up off of here. I just so happened to go back because, well, I didn't really do a good print job on it because I forgot I had my computer in landscape, and I forgot to switch it back around to portrait, right? But I remember here when there was this big old argument about, and I don't have no CS debt, I don't have no CS debt. And I was like, well, okay. Let's put this up on the screen. What is that? Don't that say $13,000? Don't that say $13,000 on there? Ain't that's what that says? Y'all see that? And it's like 13,000. This was a legal court case under 1-18 CV 03641. This was filed, get this shit, y'all. This was filed back in November 29th, 2018, where an assumed person walks up in the court and demand the freaking judge to follow his rules, his laws that he pulled up. He says that under 28 USC 455, the statute that provides for the disqualification in certain matters of judges in the United States courts, and that the state court lacks the jurisdiction over the action instituted against him. And the part that was instituted against him came in the sum amount of $13,986.13. Therefore, it left with said of $150 of monthly payments. $13 to be added on for monthly arrearage. Keep in mind that was 2018. What happened in 2019? What happened? Now all of a sudden he says that it should be removed according to 28 USC 144. Called it a general removal statute. 28 USC 142. He tried to use that against the courts by saying the removal of the actions against the federal officers or the agencies, meaning that anything that the officers had done, whether they wrote a ticket or video of him or all that stuff, he wants that removed. Then he put in there the civil rights removal statute. Must remove this because you are breaking my civil rights right now. I do not reside over in the jurisdictions that you guys are speaking of. I'm in a different jurisdiction. So this rule, this here of what you're trying to take over and force me to pay, I shouldn't owe that over here. I don't owe that over here. Why you think I moved, Judge? Removal of the foreclosure actions against the United States. And so on and so forth and so forth. Now, that was that one right back 2019. Okay? So, here we are now, 2022. Everything seems to be going okay. Maybe all the debt or whatever is swept up under the rug. And it is what it is. But I would click on there and I was like, oh, okay. To be honest, I thought maybe he was just pushing people out there to just get, the ice cream that he liked. And to come to find out, old Jermaine Dupree is doing shout outs on IG. If you would get in your vehicle or on your bike, ride your motorcycle, take the bus. You can even take a plane. And get your shopping cart. Let me see if I got it. We need to put it up. I want you to get your shopping cart. Go and fill your cart up with JD vegan ice cream. Film yourself. Make sure you send that video to me so that I can give you a shout out. He does it. He does one. It's funny. It's really funny, you guys. Have you guys seen the video? Probably not. Well, Let me see if I can get it up for you guys. Just give me a second. I'm going to lose you for a minute, but I'm still here. I was like, what in the world is this? What in the world is this? But anyways, everybody's got to take care of one's self out here, right? Yeah, you should be doing that. You should do that. What in the hell? Wait, where did it go? Where did it go? Did I lose it? Oh, maybe they're at the bottom. Hold on. Now, you're not going to be able to see it that clear, but let's see if I can get the volume. Where's my volume? Oh, there we go. It's up here. Check this shit out.
And look at the stock already. We got four cookies and cream. Strawberry sweetheart. JD, time for another truck. I'm currently over on State Road 85 at Walmart. That's about sold out already. Just came in. I'm loading up my cups. Just came in and look at the stock already. We got four cookies and cream. Strawberry sweetheart. JD, time for another truck. I'm currently over on State Road 85 at Walmart. That's about sold out already. Just came in.
Tells the people that it is just sold out. Hurry up. You better get over there. It's getting sold out. I want to tell everybody. I'm over here cracking the hell up once again. Once again. Here we goes. I swear, it's never a dull moment in this man's life. It's never a dull moment. Now what we're going to do, right now is, because life must goes on, and I get that. I understand that. But we're going to solicit we're going to solicit the JD, Jermaine Dupree, vegan ice cream. And I promise you guys, he had probably 10 cups of it. I guess pints, because they're half a pint, little pint, in his shopping cart. That boy done went and got every different flavor of it. But then he opens the fridge, because you got to send this in as a commercial, right? Or, as a video, a little short video, right? Again, to have Jay-Z shout you out, recognize that you are promoting his ice cream. Nothing to be held personal. Business is business as usual. And you do understand that it must go on. It doesn't matter whether if you do make a choice to do it in a different area. But that boy seems to somehow connects himself to a lot of people that just don't give a damn about his minty. I be like, nah, bro, what's that stuff you said about R. Kelly? Like, what you say? Nah, man, I can't help you with that. I can't help you with that right now. I can't help you with that right now. But apparently, he sees it a little bit different. It's funny, though. It's really, really funny. It's funny. Now, with that being said, if you want to catch the video, and you have, actually, let me see. and you want to catch the video, by all means, go catch that guy over there on the IG page, or you can actually click on Jermaine Dupree, yeah, and figure it out. But
What's going on, IG?
hold on,
Just came in. I'm loading up my cup.
where's the sound at to this thing?
Just came in. And look at the stock already. You got full cookies and cream.
Look at the empty spots. Look at the empty spots, y'all. Then he move them around, make it look like it was a whole bunch of people in there that bought some JD. Then he moves it around. He does, moves it around, make it look, he made it appear, because I mean he had to do like a whole live commercial. Look at all the empty spots on there. Look at the empty spots. But the empty spots are the ones that's in his shopping cart. And then you kind of move them around, open the door up. You know, like, well, that's missing, that's missing, that's missing, that's missing, right? It's never a dull day in his life. It's never a dull damn day. You know damn well that's the empty spots is in his shopping cart. Now, here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking, give or take, what are they, probably about $4, $4.95 or $6.95, right? Here's what I'm thinking, you guys. Here's what I'm thinking. He said he had 2 businesses, right? Here's what I'm thinking. You're going to help him out a little bit. And can you imagine that it's probably quite a few people in Wally World? It usually is. It usually is in Wally World. And if you really wanted to have like the banging ass or soliciting production to send to Jermaine Dupree, why didn't he just buy all of them off the shelf and out the fridge, right? And just do his videotaping with him passing them out to the people. Just, you pay for them all, pass them out to the people. Have a little plastic spoon with it. Yeah. Give them their first free bite of the vegan ice cream. No, he done put 10 or 11 of them in his own damn shopping cart. Like this boy, he got all the flavors. Muggle said, I'm getting all the goddamn flavors today, y'all. This shit was crazy. But I promise you, he would have had a banging ass video to send to Jermaine Dupree. And he probably would have been on that goddamn Essence front page magazine once Jermaine Dupree, tally up how much ice cream he'd have sold by the end of this year. My boy Buckham, this is, how he like to take them. This is how he takes a picture. I don't understand why he takes all his pictures and he point to the other guy. I be pointing to myself. This would be Jermaine Dupree. I be over there. I would be pointing to myself. Bitch. Oh, yeah. Yeah, but he gets in the videos with everybody. He always points to the other person. It is what it is. It is what it is. I think so, Sheila. I think that some of them might have been moved around a little bit. Put some over there. Let's make this row look empty. All the cookies and cream is sold out. The peanut butter in the cup ones, it's only 3 left. You better hurry up down there and get yours. I ain't lying. He'd just put all his favorite row, his favorite kind, that row empty. That row empty. You got to go in there now and get the flavor that tastes like onion. You got to go get that flavor. He done took all the good flavors home. We have to wait till tomorrow. Gotta wait till tomorrow, boy. That shit was funny as hell, though, y'all. Shout out to my girl. Shout out to my girl, y'all. Shout out to my goddamn girl. And she was like, Pap, you gotta check this one out. Because, I'm thinking that her as well is thinking like how I'm thinking. Like, hold up, ain't you Didn't Jermaine Dupri say all of this stuff about? Maybe not that much. Okay, maybe I'm wrong. Didn't Jermaine Dupri have some not so good things to say about Mr. Kelly? Put a Y in there for yes and an N for no. As I could have sworn I thought he did. When he was the one that was expressing about, oh my God, Aaliyah, I knew there was something, and there was Aaliyah and Aaliyah and Aaliyah, right? Now it's like, boy, this boy over here would go through loops and barrels, y'all, to have his ass on anything. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, can you imagine how many Walmarts he done ran to today or yesterday? And they probably went to 4 Walmarts. 4 Walmarts and found the flavor that he liked. He done bought all those off and then left that nasty ass, probably onion tasting vegan ice cream on the goddamn shelves. Now can't nobody enjoy the strawberry dip honey chocolate one. You can't get it. He got them all. I'm just saying. He got them all. But in my opinion, he would have made a really good video to send to him had he just purchased them all, every last one in there, and have his video walking around the Walmart, passing them out with a little spoon. That was it. And then showing them where that they can go and purchase and their next cup of ice cream, and to support Jermaine Dupri. I'm not knocking Jermaine Dupri's hustle. What I am knocking is the fact that it's messed up when you got to look at stragglers. Like, dude, you couldn't hold off to that until your mans and them came home? Nope. Booker say business must resume. He said business gotta resume, y'all. So don't go to the store looking for the strawberry shortcake flavor kind. They ain't got no more. Don't go looking for the peanut butter kind. They ain't got no more. Don't go looking for the chocolate and the syrup kind. They ain't got no more. All gone. They all gone. Bookham got all of those. You gotta have to go there and get the onion taste one. And the one with the more big hunk of chunks of chocolate now inside of it, where only thing you taste on there is chocolate. You gonna do that? We're gonna get the one that tastes like Coca-Cola. Go get them kind, cause he done took all the good kinds up out of there. Shout out to old Booker Boy up there, y'all. Shout out to Booker Boy. Stragglers. I'm gonna help Jermaine Dupri. And I think, if I'm not mistaken, I believe Jermaine Dupri actually shouted, sent the shout out. He did roll call, so there was various names probably on his on one of his first videos of thanking people. Thanking people. Boy, that's serving the community, making a Black America proud, supporting Black-owned businesses. Now, he definitely gonna get an award for that one. He is, y'all. He got one. It's coming. Just sit tight. With that being said, you guys, you got your IG. Go check his video out. It's pretty interesting. I will see you guys in the morning. But you know what? I'm sleepy now. So, with that being said, I actually wanted to show you guys my new, tell me what you guys think of my new intro. Let me see if I can get it up. Hold up, wait a minute, let me put my foot up in it. Okay, let me do this because I got to bring it up. I'll be right back. Just hold up. Okay, where the hell? Let me find my, I should have put it over here on my desktop, but I guess I didn't. Now I got to go into my documents. I got to go into my videos. Y'all tell me what y'all think of this one. What do y'all think? Tell me if you like it. Give me a 1 for yes, a 2 for no. And because I'm going to try to squeeze it into my intros. But I got to find it first. Oh, Lord, there go Thug Passion video. Let me keep rolling. I'm going to get rid of that damn thing. Okay, so let me see. Did I put it here? I know I just had the damn thing. Oh, yeah, 11, 6. Okay, here we go. Tell me what y'all think. Tell me if you like it, because I'm going to add it in. Hold on. Let me get back over here. Okay, I'm going to start it over. Y'all tell me what you think. Tell me what you think. Tell me what y'all think. Oh, come on. Okay, let's get that back up. Hold on, give me a second, because I had closed you guys out. Okay. Oh, it did show it. All right, put a 1 up if you like it. Put a 2 up if you don't like it. I'm going to bring this new intro into my intros out here. What do y'all think? What do y'all think? Did you see it? I'm going to play it again in case you didn't. See, y'all ain't acting right. Y'all not acting right, so we playing. What y'all think? I'm waiting on your scores out there. I'm waiting on the score. Okay, I got 1, 2 ones. What y'all think? What you think? I want to see. I need more ones in here so that I can try to bring this in. Okay. Okay, now I see y'all. Cool. Cool. Thanks, guys. I'm still working on it, though. I'm still working on it. Still working on it.
Soon I'm climbing all 4 walls in my apartment. I can't spend another second with my brain. Gotta get up and get out, but there's a problem. Every time I go outside, I see your face. Wish you could be lay here by my side all day, all day, all day. Tell me it's gonna be alright. We gon' work it out. No way, no way, no way. The floor is cold, it chills my bones. I'm all alone, standing still. It's been a month since you've been gone. I'm all alone.
It's amazing. Thanks for coming out. Thanks for coming out. Hope y'all enjoyed just our little chit chat show. Thanks for coming out. Hey, I'll be back in the morning to finish up The Jane Doe, number 9, Lizette Martinez, book chapter 33. I hope to see you here. I'll understand if you're not, but I'll be on a little bit earlier so I can get through with that book, you guys. I just came on today just to have small talk and chill with you guys to see what you guys thought about with the masturbation is a sin. We all, I think, came to the conclusion of the side of it on your own. I don't know. The Bible says one way, mankind says another way. Do what you feel. There's only one person to judge you out here, and we all know who that may be. So with that being said, thanks for y'all participation. Thanks for hitting the thumbs up button if you have. If you have not, don't forget, like, subscribe, and share the channel, you guys. Share. Grab your people phone, hit the goddamn subscribe button, and shut their phones off. Help your girl get on up there. Other than that, bye. Shannon, you gonna be okay. Didn't you get the message today? It said to detox. Just detox. Don't do nothing tonight. That's okay, Lavelle. Thank you, Lavelle. It's okay. It's all right, girl. It's all right. We'll be back tomorrow. He said, hit the replay. It was lit. Hit the replay just so that I know that you came to watch it just for a minute and share your support. See y'all tomorrow. I am out of here.